In today's video, we're going to see how to do this door opening effect using only Premiere Pro. I have 4 clips right here. You're going to need clips of doors, preferably something stable, and then you're going to need your other videos that will be behind those doors. So this is the first video. I got a door and the camera is slowly moving forward. Now the pan motion is okay. We just want the door to be fully in frame and that nothing goes above. I also have this video of like a rotation towards the door. This again is okay as long as nothing goes on top. Let's begin with this video, drag it in to make a sequence. I'm going to get rid of the audio, and now what we're going to do is to first decide when we want this effect to happen. So grab your playhead. I'm going to do mine right here. Right on this frame, you can mark it for later reference. We're going to export a frame. So click this, make sure it's PNG. Let's call this door, import into project. Bring this right above, make sure it matches with the marker. Stretch the time, and then we're going to duplicate this 2 more times. Now, if your door has like one side, then you only need 2 duplicates, but since mine has a left side and a right side, then I'm going to need 2 plus 1 for the surrounding areas. So the 2 bottom ones will be the left and right door. The one on the top will be for the surrounding. Go into the middle image, effect controls, and just mask the door. So go in here, opacity, pen tool, and just make your video full screen. And be sure to not move your frame. That's why we made the marker. So if we did move by accident, we know exactly where we're supposed to go. So now I got a mask from my door. I just removed the feather to 2. We don't want a lot of feather, just a tiny bit to make it look a bit more clean. So when I hide this, click away, we should get a nice cutout of the door. If we have the feather for too long, it's going to blend in with the other layer and create like a dark black ring around the door. All right, so we got the door here. Let's bring back the layers. We're just going to copy the mask here, paste it onto the top image. So grab opacity, Command V, grab this and just invert it. So this way I can get everything but the door. Next, we're going to go back in this one, copy it again. And now we're going to alter the mask. So zoom right in, and for the middle one, we want the right side of the door. For the bottom one, we want the left side. I'm going to grab this, my mask, make this full screen, and just pull these guys right in the middle. I'm going to use the help of a ruler. Command R if you're not seeing a ruler, and just pull these guys down. To get rid of the curves, hold down Option or Alt, click once on that point, and then you're going to get rid of the curves. For the top of the door, just hold down Option or Alt and just pull this handle way in so we don't get that curve. Now just pull these guys down so we can get the right side of the door. So now I got the right side of the door. Do the same thing but on the left side of the door. Let's recap. We got our original video. Then we got the left side of the door, the right side of the door, finally a layer that has everything but the door. All right, let's bring them back and begin the animation. So we're just going to nest each of these doors, the side doors, individually. So this is the right door. I'm going to nest it, call it right door. Do the same thing with the bottom one, which is the left door. Now head over to the effects panel and look for the transform effect. Grab the transform effect and put it on the left door. So what we're going to do is to have our playhead at the beginning of this nest. Zoom right in and make sure that's the case. Get rid of this ruler. Go to the effects controls, close these off. And we're just going to position the door from where it is to the left side so it can kind of hide away underneath our top image. So make a keyframe for position at the beginning, move in 5 frames, hold down Shift, press this once, and just use position X to push this completely out of frame. So now if I hide my video, you can see that there is no door in sight. All right, once we have this, we're going to ease in and ease out the keyframes. Grab this one, ease out. Grab the first one, ease in, so we can get a smoother animation. Play this back and your door should like slide to the other side. All right, let's also add some motion blur. Disable this. Let's go with like 150. Depends on how much motion blur you want. Experiment, I think I'll go with like 200. All right, so now the door is just sliding out like so. Now we're going to repeat this for the right door. Grab the transform effect, go to the beginning, effect controls, position, hold down Shift, move in 5 frames, and push this completely to the right side. Ease out. Then we're gonna ease in. Add the same amount of shutter angle that you did for the right door, the left door, so that they're just matching but going in opposite directions. All right, so once we have this, we're going to add an effect that we haven't used before. I'm going to close this off and disable the transform for now. This will help us get a faster result from this new effect. So go to the effects panel and look for the basic 3D effect. So we have some options here for swivel, tilt, distant to image, and some other things, but we're going to focus on this and this. So basically, when you open a door, it needs to move away from you and it needs to like rotate towards the side that it's being opened. So this swivel and distant to image is going to do just that. And we just disable transform so this can work better. Now make sure that your basic 3D effect is above the transform effect, or else it will not work that good. So have your playhead at the start. Enable the keyframe for swivel and distance to image. Move in maybe 15 frames, 20, it depends on how long you want this transition to be. I will go with 15, so press this twice while holding down Shift. 3 times actually. So 5, 10, 15. And what we're going to do is to add to the swivel. So notice how it's like going that way. So I'm going to add like 75 so it opens. As for distance to image, we're going to do like a small number. So it needs to get smaller because it's getting opened. Let's try 5, 6, that's better. So now the door is just opening like so. Work with the keyframes here just as we did with the transform effect. So grab these two, ease out, grab these, ease in. So we get a smoother animation. Now we're going to enable transform and things are going to look better. You can play around with the different keyframes. I'm happy with this. If you like extend this, you get to see the animation better for the basic 3D. So it's really optional. I think I'll just bring these guys in. So from the start of your video, 5 frames forward, let's pull these guys close. So now it's like moving back as it's getting pushed towards the right. All right, once we have this, we're going to repeat this on the other side, the left door. So remember these numbers, 75, 6. I'm going to bring this above transform. Right over here, I know that I need to make this 75 and this one 6. Enable the stopwatch, go to the beginning, and reset the parameters. Enable transform, and now we have 2 doors opening to reveal our next video. Let's ease in and ease out these keyframes. All right, close this off, and now we're going to have the camera zoom in towards the door to reveal the second video. So grab all 3, nest, call this door mask. On door mask, we're going to add the transform effect. Add this right above, and we're basically going to just zoom in as this transition is happening. Go to the beginning, position, and scale. Move forward maybe like 3 frames, 4 frames. I think I'll go while the door is opening. You can go afterwards, it's up to you. And we just want to zoom in until we are inside the door. So just go crazy with this, like so. And go back to see if like you're centered. If your door ended up in another position, then you can just make position keyframes. I think we're good. We're quite centered. I might just like bring it a little down, but yeah, just a little bit. Match it with your scale keyframe. Again, ease out, ease in. We're going to enable motion blur. It's really important. Just go with 180 for a more natural result. So now what we're going to do is to just cut the video, the original video, delete it, and put the second video underneath. So let's just grab this one. And now it's like we open the door to reveal the second video, which I need to scale in first. Set to frame size. Let's render this and take a look at our effect. So now this is what it looks like. We suddenly jump into the door to reveal the landscape. You can work with the speed, just create more space between the 2 keyframes, then you'll get a slower effect. Now we have this video to work with. It's going to be the exact same, but we're just going to reverse it after we're done. So basically, repeat all that we did here for this video. Let's hit Option X. Just going to cut this second video short. Nest all of this. So it's your first video, the transition, and the second video. Call it door effect. And then simply reverse this video. Speed duration, reverse. So basically we're going to go from this and like move into the door. So we have the landscape, and then the door closes on this to reveal the landscape here. So do that with this video. It's the exact same process, except you're reversing it. So there's no need to do it again. And another thing that you can do is to go in here and create a simple position animation on your video. Just gonna go in here, Effect Controls, go to the beginning, make a keyframe for like 150 scale. 150 scale, put the playhead halfway through the effect, and create this zoom effect. I think we have to go higher, 250. Use position if you have to. I'm going to make a simple one so the boat is the center of attention. Go to the second scale keyframe and just reset the parameters. So when we're like revealing this, we're kind of like zooming out from the video as well. something you can do with it. You can add the transform effect so that this transition has motion blur. I'm just going to stick with something simple, work with my keyframes, and now we have this really simple door effect. So I hope you guys enjoyed this effect. It's a really fun way to transition into your travel videos. You can experiment with the speed of these keyframes to make it the way you want it to.